All right, so my next customer, he wants to be a Ranger. He's shipping out in a couple of months. We're going to keep his identity close hold. We're going to safeguard his information. If that's something you're looking to do, I can make this happen for you for preparation. So I applaud my customer for doing some preparations on this because this is going to be, this gives me a chance to give him something that I wish that I had before I actually started my journey in the Army and Rangers, Special Forces, so on and so forth. So it's going to give me something I can give back. So if that's something you're interested in, that's what we got going on. I gave him some homework, and that homework was the Ranger history. He's supposed to know a couple of fallen Rangers, a couple of wars that they fought in, and of course the Ranger Creed. So before we get started, we're going to do a little bit of physical exercise here, and I have my customer right in front of me. So the deal is I'm gonna act as if I'm one of his superiors in the Ranger Battalion, and that way he can kind of get a taste of what that's like. Okay. All right, Ranger, have you been doing your push-ups that I told you to do? Sit-ups? Pull-ups? Okay. All right. So first of all, it's not it's sergeant.
Okay. Yes, Sergeant.
All right. Parade rest. You know what parade rest is? That means your hands behind your back. Yep. Just like that. So whenever you talk to a superior in Ranger Battalion or in the Army in general, it is a sergeant, specialist, whatever. In Ranger Battalion, it's going to be Ranger. Like if they're not a sergeant, for example, or if they're not some kind of leader, it's going to be a Ranger. You're going to call them Ranger. For example, my last name is Williams, so it's Ranger Williams. In this case, it's going to be Sergeant Williams. Okay, your leadership structure in Ranger Battalion, you have Tab D4s, which are like gods. Okay, and then you have E4s or specialists, right? Specialist and Tab specialist. There's a delineation between those two in Ranger Battalion. Maybe not necessarily in the regular Army. Sergeants, which are E5s, are team leaders, okay? And they are also equally gods, okay? So and then you have your squad leaders, and then you have your platoon sergeants, and so on and so forth, okay? So I'm acting as if I'm your team leader, okay? Your peers, be careful of what you say because it is a competitive thing. Okay, does that make sense? So the first event that we're going to do to start this training off, which we have 3 days of training. We have today, we have I think in 2 weeks, and another training day in August. The one in 2 weeks, I think probably we're probably going to do the land nav portion. Okay, so we're probably going to do that, and then the last day we'll do pistol and rifle. Today we're going to do pistol, some physical training exercises. We're going to set the tone for what you're going to expect for the next couple of days, and then we're going to go from there. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some physical training, which is the first thing is going to be push-ups. So I'm going to get a timer, and I'm going to time you on how many push-ups you can do in 2 minutes. Now, this is the old standard for the Army, okay? That is not the new standard. The new standard I'm not super familiar with, but this is going to give you an idea of what they're going to be looking for. Okay, so I'm going to get a timer, and you're going to have to do push-ups for 2 minutes. When you get down in the front leaning rest position, that's when I'm going to start the timer. What I mean by that is that you're going to have your hands approximately shoulder width apart. Your feet are going to be behind you, no more than shoulder width apart. Your back is going to be completely flat and straight, and then you have to go all the way down, touch your chest, come all the way up. If I start counting and I start repeating the same number and over, then that push-up that you just did not count, which means you're not doing them correctly. Do you understand, Ranger?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right. Here we go. Go ahead and get down on your knees and hands on the ground. Ready? Begin. 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 22, 22. Your back's not straight. 23. 23. 23. 24. What's wrong, Ranger? I thought you'd been practicing. 25. 26. 27. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. You didn't do enough push-ups over the last month. A little muscle failure, are you? You failed. Stand up. Got about 25 push-ups in just over a minute. All right, so whenever you go do your push-ups, and I think the Army standard now is that you have to touch your chest, come out, and then come back up. Okay, so homework for you after today for the next 2 weeks is that you have to practice on your push-ups. That's one of them. Okay. Do you do creatine or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Be careful with creatine. Creatine will dehydrate you, and I've seen many Rangers get dehydrated, very very top tier Rangers, and they were doing that creatine stuff. Be careful with that stuff, okay? Because you're gonna have to be able to run too. Next thing we're gonna go into is the Ranger Creed. Have you been studying the Ranger Creed?
Yes, sir.
All right. I believe in my letter instruction, I wanted you to memorize the first 3 stanzas. Is that correct?
I believed it was first 2.
First 2 stanzas? Let me look. If that's what I said, then that's what it is. First 2 stanzas. You are correct. Good job, Ranger. Do 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another thing. You don't recover until they tell you to recover.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right. Let's see what you got. Give me the first stanza of the Ranger Creed.
I recognize that I
Do
volunteered.
push-ups.
I recognize that I volunteered.
Nope. Stop it. Keep doing push-ups. Recover. When you do the Ranger Creed, it's always at the position of attention. You know what that is? Okay. Put your feet together. Put your heels together, but spread your toes a little bit. Yeah, just kind of like that. Now put your hands down by your side. Good. And then stand straight up. Thumbs along where your creases would be if you had pants. Okay. Good. Just like that. And then you're going to look straight ahead. When you do the Ranger Creed, it's going to be loud. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, don't look at me. Look straight ahead. You're at the position of attention. All right.
I recognize that I volunteered.
Nope, not I recognize, just recognizing.
Recognizing that I volunteered as a ranger, fully knowing the hazards of my chosen profession, I will always endeavor to uphold the prestige, honor, and high esprit de corps of my ranger regiment.
Esprit.
Esprit de corps of my ranger regiment.
Esprit de corps.
Esprit de corps.
Say it again. This time say it with confidence and louder.
Recognizing that I volunteered as a ranger, fully knowing the hazards of my chosen profession, I will always endeavor to uphold the esprit de corps, or I will always
Nope.
endeavor to uphold.
You see there's 2 bags right there by the end of the range? There's 2 black bags. Go get them and bring them back. Hurry up! Move faster! Watch your head. Put him down. Stand back over there. Let's try it again. Attention. And go.
Recognizing that I volunteered as a ranger, fully knowing the hazards of my chosen profession, I will always endeavor to uphold the prestige, honor, and high esprit de corps of my ranger regiment.
Good. Next stanza.
Acknowledging that the fact that a ranger.
Take these bags back. All right, Ranger, stand up there. Position of attention. All right. Have you drank water? Look straight ahead. You're at attention.
Yes, Sergeant.
Have you drank water?
No, Sergeant.
You haven't drank water?
A little.
Go underneath the awning there. There's some water bottles. Grab a water bottle and bring it back. Hurry up. You're not moving fast enough. Let's go. All right, you can stand right there and drink water, and then we'll continue. This is just the beginning. Okay, so whatever I give you here today will be tenfold when you get to Ranger Battalion. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right. All right, get another sip of water. I don't want you to dehydrate. All right, put it down. Take your time. Attention. Hands down by your side, just like I told you to, with your thumbs at the seams. Good. Look straight ahead. I want you to take your time and try to do this as best as possible. I don't care if it takes you 5 minutes. Try to get it exactly perfect. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right, second stanza of the Ranger Creed.
Acknowledging the fact that a Ranger is a more elite soldier who arrives at the cutting edge of battle by land, sea, or air. I accept the fact that as a Ranger, my country expects me to move further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier.
Perfect. Look straight ahead. Don't look at me. That's exactly what you need to do. Calm down. Think about what's next, what the next task is, and then try to execute it to the best of your ability. I can already tell you've been studying. Okay? So I don't want to sit here and smoke you all day. I want to get to some shooting. Can you attempt the third stanza?
I haven't read it, Sergeant.
You haven't even tried?
No, Sergeant.
You haven't gone 110% and then some?
No, Sergeant.
All right, go get those bags.
Sergeant.
Stand over there to parade rest. Okay, tell us about Francis Marion. Who is he and what was he doing?
Francis Marion was a soldier in the Civil War.
Try again.
Oh, in the Revolutionary
Take
War.
these bags back. Hurry up. All right, try again. Who is Francis Marion?
Francis Marion was a soldier in the Revolutionary War who led a group of guerrilla troops.
What's his nickname?
The Swamp Fox.
Okay. Who is Major Robert Rogers?
Major Robert Rogers was a soldier in the French Indian War and part of the Revolutionary War. He led the first battalion of Rangers called Roberts.
Where was he born?
Rangers.
Where was he born?
New Hampshire?
New Hampshire?
Yes, Sergeant.
Are you sure?
No, Sergeant.
Why'd you say New Hampshire? You just do an answer out there, thinking it would stick?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right. So the information that you give somebody needs to be accurate, correct?
Yes, Sergeant.
Now, according to your report, it's Massachusetts. So why did you say New Hampshire? If you didn't know, why didn't you just say you don't know?
I don't know, Sergeant.
I'll tell you why you said that. Because you don't want to be wrong. Here's the thing, you're going to be wrong. If you know an answer, you can say it. If you don't know an answer, it is better to say, I don't know, I will get back to you. Now, you still might get in trouble, but it's better than giving an answer that is incorrect. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right. Where is 1st Ranger Battalion? Where is it located?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Wrong.
I don't know, Sergeant.
All right. Where is 2nd Ranger Battalion?
Fort Bragg, Texas.
I don't even think there is a Fort Bragg, Texas.
Where's
What are you doing? If you don't know, just say, I don't know.
I don't know.
Where's 3rd Ranger Battalion?
I don't know.
Go grab those bags again.
Yes, Sergeant.
1st Ranger Battalion is in Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. I don't think they changed the name of that. They may have. 2nd Ranger Battalion is in Washington, and 3rd Ranger Battalion is in what they call, it's not Fort Benning, Georgia anymore, but the old Fort Benning, Georgia. I can't remember what it's called. All right, I think we're done with the academics for today. We'll have some homework for you at the end of today's session, and I will fully expect you to understand those and to go above and beyond what I give you. So 100%, 110% and then some, or 100% and then some, okay? Just to make sure, when you need to understand, when you get there, you have to give 100% and then some. Especially when you're super, super new and they don't know you, they're evaluating you every single day. You need to help out your Ranger buddy. You need to be a good teammate, not just be for me, me, but you need to be a good Ranger buddy, and you need to keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. For at least until you go to Ranger School and graduate Ranger School. At the very least. Once you graduate Ranger School, you get a little more privileges. All right. We're going to go for a little run.